Hi, my name is Amelia. The slap wasn't the worst part. It was her clap. My sister actually clapped when Dad hit me across the face, right in front of 60 people. Her ring scraped against her palm as she laughed like it was a joke. But it wasn't a joke. It was my face, my dignity, and my breaking point. If that hit you, trust me, this story is just getting started. Like, share, and subscribe right now, because what happens next will leave you stunned. The backyard was glowing with lights, laughter, and fake smiles. It was her engagement party, a celebration of her perfect life. I had barely walked in when Dad saw me, frowned, and shouted, "You came dressed like that? You've already embarrassed this family enough." I stayed calm. I didn't argue. But when he stepped closer, I could feel the heat of his anger. Then it happened, a loud, stinging slap that echoed through the garden. My hand flew to my cheek, my eyes filled with tears, but I refused to cry, and that's when I heard it. Clap, clap, clap. I turned to see her, my sister, smiling as she clapped like she was at some performance. "Finally," she said, "someone shut her up." I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I just pulled out my phone, walked to the corner silently, and made one call. No words. Just a single tap. Then I left. Quiet. Alone. Broken, but not defeated, because for the past 18 months, while they mocked me, insulted me, and told the world I was a failure, I was building something in silence. Something none of them knew about. And that one call I made, it was the beginning of the storm. 23 minutes after I made that call, 2 matte black SUVs pulled up outside the house. No horns. No chaos. Just quiet power. 3 people stepped out in tailored suits, calm, serious, and very familiar to me. They didn't ask for directions. They knew exactly where to go. One of them walked straight to my father and handed him a sealed document. My sister, still laughing near the dessert table, turned pale the moment she saw the logo on the envelope. The gold-embossed seal of the Amelia Foundation. Her fiancé leaned in, confused. "What's that?" he asked. She didn't answer. She couldn't. My father opened the letter and froze. My mother rushed over, whispering, "What is it?" He didn't speak. His face turned gray. His hands trembled. He looked around at the guests, most of them now pulling out their phones, filming. And then he whispered just loud enough for the mic nearby to pick it up, She bought the property? Every light, every balloon, every overpriced table in that garden, all of it sat on land that I now owned. Quietly purchased, fully paid, signed under a holding company that traced back to me. My sister ran up to the woman in the black suit. "This is a joke, right? She can't do this." The woman calmly replied, "Actually, she already has. Effective an hour ago, all events on this property require her approval." This one didn't get it. My sister looked around, desperate. "But it's my engagement. And it's her land," the woman said, holding up the legal papers, "so you're trespassing." Guests started whispering. Cameras were now pointed at her, not me. I wasn't even there anymore. I didn't need to be. The humiliation I faced in front of 60 people? Now it was her turn. And she couldn't clap her way out of this one. By the next morning, the video had exploded across social media, over 5.6 million views in 12 hours. The title? "She got slapped, then bought the whole party." Every major platform picked it up. Comments were flooding in. "That's not revenge, that's chess. She didn't ruin the party, she owned it. Never mess with a quiet woman, she's usually building something dangerous." My sister went into hiding. Her fiancé's family pulled out of the engagement, calling it a public disgrace they could no longer be associated with. My dad? He tried to save face with a Facebook post, something about family misunderstandings. But it was too late. Everyone saw what happened. Everyone saw what he did. And everyone saw what I became. Back at my apartment, I watched it all unfold with my phone in one hand and my son sleeping in the other. Yes, I had a child. The same child my father refused to acknowledge. The same one my sister told people was probably a mistake from some loser. They didn't know his father had died in an accident. They didn't care about the truth. They just wanted to bury me under their shame. So I built my life quietly, brick by brick. While they spread rumors, I built a startup. While they mocked my silence, I filed patents. While they clapped at my downfall, I bought the land under their feet. And now? The world wasn't just clapping for me, it was standing for me. But this wasn't the end. Not yet, because 2 hours later, I received a message from my sister. One line, "We need to talk. Please." I stared at the message for a while, but I didn't reply. She sent another one. I didn't know it would go that far. I was just angry. "Please, let's meet." Still, I said nothing. I didn't need to. For the first time in my life, silence was my power. Later that evening, I got a call from a lawyer, her lawyer. She was trying to claim emotional damage, saying I had intentionally humiliated her in public. I almost laughed. The same girl who clapped when I was slapped was now crying over a document? My reply was short. Tell her the land's already been sold to a women's legal foundation. If she wants to sue, she can sue them. The lawyer hung up that night. As I closed my laptop, there was a knock on my door. I opened it, and there she was, my sister. No makeup. No cameras. No smug look. Just tears in her eyes and her voice shaking. I'm sorry, she whispered. I don't want your money. I miss you. I didn't know how strong you were until you didn't need any of us. For a second, I saw the version of her I used to protect. The one who held my hand when we were scared of thunder. The one who used to share her candy with me when Dad yelled at Mom. I said nothing. Just let her talk. She kept going. You were right to leave. We were wrong to stay. I thought applause meant power. But I get it now. Silence does more damage. I took a deep breath and finally replied. I don't hate you. I just stopped needing your approval. If you want to fix things, don't say sorry. Do better. She nodded. Slowly. Carefully. And walked away. That night, I slept peacefully. No rage, no plans, no revenge left in my heart. Because what I built wasn't just about payback. It was proof that survival isn't loud, it's smart. I didn't scream. I didn't fight. I just made one silent call, and it changed everything.